Debbie, you wiping your glasses?
I am wide awake.
Okay. This is Jay Jones. You're now on with Shit People Are Talking. Guest co-host today. What is it? Are we calling you Debbie or is it Deborah?
Deb.
Deb.
Hi, Deb.
Hi, Deb. What's your first and last name, Deb?
Deb Whitfield.
Okay, and?
Deborah Whitfield. I am a director, playwright, actor, sometime producer.
And co-host tonight.
Oh, yeah. Celebrity co-host. Let's get the celebrity part.
Let's not. That was the action. So how do you know me? How do I know you?
I think we met each other in the hallway of the
Chatillon.
Beautiful apartment building on the Upper West Side.
Cool.
And we started to chat, and we found out we were in the same business. And you wanted to come see my stuff, so I invited you to see my play Fire.
The old come see your stuff routine, right?
Yes, come see my etchings. And you don't even have to go upstairs because I live on the first floor. But you did, you came to see my show Fire, and I really appreciated that.
Thanks for the invite anytime.
It's great to see you in the audience. And
it was a fine broadcast. It was a great production.
Thank you so much.
Midtown, East Side.
Yeah, Theater 54, and I think I'm going to do it again, actually. I want to do an off-Broadway production in the spring to coordinate with the anniversary of the Triangle Factory Fire, on which my play is based, which is March 25th, is the actual anniversary. 108 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, next March 25th, since it happened, so...
It had good action. I'm glad. How many plays have you done?
How many have I written or have I been in? Well, I mean, I've been in scores. I don't want to say hundreds because I don't know if it's 100 yet. Many plays I've been in. I've directed many plays. I haven't written as many. That's a new field for me. Although I did write plays when I was a little girl, growing up in Columbus, Ohio.
I didn't know that.
Well, it's so funny because I'm doing now what I did when I was a little girl in my garage. I kid you not. Used to put on shows, write them, direct them, star in them, and even collect money from the neighbors. And yeah, because I figured, you never really appreciate something that's that you get for free.
You know what? That's a vision, right? That's like a vision.
Yeah.
So, sitting across from us, right, we got Josh. I'm sure he's got a vision. Mm-hmm. And Millie, how you say your last name? Say it slow.
It's Almodovar.
Okay, one more time.
Almodovar.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. It's sexy.
I gave it the sexy. It's really like Almodovar.
Yep.
So how you two know each other?
Craigslist.
No.
Oh.
No.
No.
We met at a party for.
That's right. We met at a premiere.
For
the guy who invented
Paul Mitchell.
The hair product.
Yeah.
Who also invented
Tequila.
What?
Oh no, I mean
Patron.
Patron.
Patron tequila.
What? He did?
Yeah, he's
John Paul.
John Paul.
John Paul.
John Frieda?
God.
John Frieda?
No. John Paul.
I'll Google it.
Stacey's gonna kill us.
Damn.
John Paul.
Georgia? Is it Georgia?
No. Anyways, it's the guy. This guy.
I think I've heard of this guy.
He's so motivational. Like, he's so inspirational.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. You should see his documentary. That's where we met. We met in his documentary.
Briefly.
Yeah.
And then hit it off.
But what was his documentary?
It was all about his sort of.
What was it called?
I don't know what it's called.
You gotta introduce yourself first before we.
Yeah.
So you are a documentary, a blogger, Dominican, a mommy, a beauty stylist, a celebrity stylist.
No, I'm not a celebrity stylist. So I was a former senior beauty editor at Cosmo.
Mm-hmm.
For Latin, but for the Latinas. And then after that, I ended up doing TV, doing a lot of beauty stuff on TV. So I did the Wendy Williams show, like Josh. I did the Today Show.
Bravo.
Yeah, so I do a lot of TV. And then I started off as a blogger. Though. Oh, hi.
Oh.
I started off. Yeah. So. That's it.
Well, you're beautiful, Millie.
Thank you.
Inside and out.
I'm not just
Thank
saying
you.
that, but you're stunning.
Thank you.
So I would love some beauty tips.
Yeah. Oh, I have a lot if you want.
Give us one off the top.
At Beauty Logic Blog.
Oh, yeah.
On Instagram, Beauty Logic Blog.
Thanks for the promo.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what would one tip be, just right off the top of your head?
Sunscreen is everything.
Sunscreen.
Yep.
She just says it with the sexy too.
Sunscreen
is
everything.
Yeah.
I know so many women that don't wear it, and I'm like, that's the
I
worst.
put on 70 today.
Good.
There we go.
Yeah.
70.
Does it matter in numbers?
It
You hear that
does.
music?
It's such a little difference. Like 30 and 70, you would think that it was a huge difference, but it's really not. Like if you have like 30, you're good. Yeah, you don't need 70, but 70 is great too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tomorrow you can't be on Fox because you're going to the beach. What number you wearing?
I'm going to. I always do just a 30. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. Yeah, we're going to Coney Island.
Represent.
Represent, and then Luna Park, which is it's
Oh, that's
roller
gonna be
coasters.
crazy. Have fun.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
insane. I'm
It's gonna be
excited.
insane.
I'm excited.
In case people wanted to stalk you, that's what you're being.
Yeah.
Let
Oh,
them
yeah,
know,
that
right?
wasn't smart.
I'll be at the Cyclone at 1:05
Exactly.
if you'd like to meet for
At
coffee.
Beauty Logic
Beauty Logic blog. Beauty Logic blog.
on IG.
Don't
What's up,
DM.
Josh?
Hey,
Tell me about the talk. I'm super curious about that. Super
Josh is
duper.
the man.
I agree.
He's been on every show.
That's not
He
true.
killed it the other night. Destroyed it.
He's the best.
When you
It's
told me you got the friend who was perfect,
I told you. I said he's perfect for this.
we're gonna backstory this.
Yeah.
Is Tonya on the horn? Hey, bring her in for 30 seconds because I gotta get her in and out. We gotta get ready for the King.
Congressman King.
What time does he come on?
12.
Oh,
What we got? T, you there? Oh, it's sugar now.
Love the music.
the music is awesome.
It keeps me awake.
Yeah.
Yeah, either that or like an A-ball.
Are we keeping you?
Hello.
Keeping you-
Hello. Hi.
Hey, you're live.
I'm here. I'm live. Are we live on Facebook? I don't see it. Hey, everybody.
What's up, Ton?
Hey, Tanya.
What's up?
Tonya.
Hi.
Hi, Tanya.
Tanya's
Are we live
co-host.
on Facebook? I don't hear it.
Oh, no, you don't see it. I see it on my phone.
Okay. Well, just
Okay.
share it to me.
I'm trying
Sure.
to. Oh, there you go. Share it. That's
How's
my
everybody doing?
problem. Well, we were rapping earlier, right? We was just
Fun.
about to get into this whole thing. I think I messed up the flow.
Oh, completely messed
Yeah.
up. So this is why the two of us do TV.
Exactly.
You do-
Take
Yeah, I
two.
say behind
Oh, wait
the
a
sign.
minute.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
live.
So she was going to Luna Park, and this was happening.
Yeah.
And, there was a fashion party, and they met.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then Josh was going to tell me how he's been on the talk under the CBS program.
Yes, well, that's a new venture. That was only a few weeks ago at this point. But entertainment, I do entertainment and lifestyle, TV hosting, across the board. I work on a show, a nationally syndicated show called The Daily Buzz. Millie has been on. I do a lot of Wendy Williams like Millie as well. And then we just had Fox News a couple nights ago, which was, I never in a million years thought I was going to be on Fox News, but
Killed it.
but
Destroyed it.
Jay Jones PR,
Murder.
really, I mean, shout out.
Did you talk
Jay
about
Jones
our
always on
president?
PR Inc. Shout out.
I did. You can't shout out your own thing.
You can't?
No, not
Hashtag?
no.
No?
I
Okay.
did. It was about. So I don't do politics, but
Right.
it was about entertainment. It was around the MTV VMAs and inserting politics into the MTV VMAs. And so, if you caught the clip, it was me against two pretty right-wing conservatives
Right.
about how we don't need to insert politics into an MTV Video Music Awards show because they need to stay separate. Well, that's what they said, but my take was very different in that it's freedom of speech.
Yeah.
The people that made the comments were two comedians. MTV, I'm summarizing. MTV is an inclusive network of gay, straight, black, white,
What
anything
have you.
across.
Yeah.
And they didn't seem to see my side.
Well, they didn't have to because it was an 8-minute segment and you spoke for 7.5.
I wish I could drop this mic.
You killed it.
Yeah, you destroyed it.
You killed
Thank
it.
you.
You know.
I appreciate that.
Any fallout? Any fast?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So
yeah?
I went to Twitter right after the segment, and I'm sorry, I didn't know that many conservatives connect with Twitter and Fox News at the same time, to a point that you went and looked up my name, Josh McBride,
Right.
on Twitter to write me something using
Negative.
extremely negative racial slurs.
Racial slurs.
Yes.
They have to
racial-
stop.
yeah.
Oh, you
Against
saw
you?
that?
I saw them. Yeah, it
racial
was
slurs.
really bad.
He
was sending them to me.
I mean, a lot.
Come on,
Well,
people.
explain that to me.
Yeah.
I mean, you're, what did they say?
I'm white.
You're
right.
white. You're a
yes.
white man.
Yes.
Well, that's obvious.
yes. In the segment, right. In the segment, I was really. I wanted to give a voice to those who
Weren't a representative.
being a representative for all the communities that MTV includes. So again, gay, straight, black, white. MTV has been so across the board open to all these things, identity and trans and
Because you were
youth.
also a
everything.
millennial, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wanted to be that person that spoke out. But a lot of right-wing conservative people sometimes get a little aggressive and say mean things to me, including racial slurs, which for
Make
me
no sense.
It makes no. I mean, I don't think a racial slur makes sense. Period.
Of course.
But they, I'm not going to even repeat any of the stuff that they
Okay.
said. But I mean, anything in the book, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened? The second call's on? Let's bring it in. Rock and roll. Oh, we got to pull the first call and tell her thank you very much. The story has the energy. That's life.
Bye. It's first. See you later.
And once again, Josh spoke for 7.5 minutes. No.
I'm done here.
Starting turbo. That's what
Mic
we said.
drop.
So we have King in the house. Tonya, we love you,
Yep.
but we're going to move on.
Yeah, I'm right
Congressman
here.
King, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
That's Tonya.
Hello? You hear me?
We wait for the second call. You got to drop you, T.
Sorry, Tonya.
See you later, Tonya.
Hello, Congressman King.
How you doing?
I'm fantastic. Thanks for being patient.
No problem at all.
Good evening, Congressman.
So you
I
on the
enjoyed
show?
listening.
Oh, great.
Oh, great.
You know, so we got New Yorkers in the house. Everyone here knows who you are. It's fantastic. I know your time is tight. We all want to say hi.
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 You know?
How you doing?
Hi, Congressman.
So
How are you?
Tanya's still here. Great.
it's a packed house.
Tanya,
as
thank
they
you for
say.
not leaving us.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello,
Tanya's a
Congressman, as
co-host.
well.
You guys might know each other. Tanya's over at CBS during her day job. But Congressman, I know you got to run. So tell us what
Okay.
you're gonna tell us a little bit about McCain.
Yeah, actually, I've known John McCain for quite a while. First few times we met, we didn't get along that well. This is back in the 1990s. But to make a long story short, in 2000, I believe I was the only Republican congressman from New York who endorsed John for president. And without getting overly sentimental, I've never met anyone who exuded courage, integrity. He is an American hero. Whether people agree with him on every issue or not, the fact is he's a guy who went through his life in pain, certainly the last 40 years of his life in pain, after being tortured and being in a prison camp for 5 years. And he's just a very honest, decent guy, very great sense of humor, self-deprecating sense of humor. And if you're not ready to take insults and fooling around, don't hang out with John McCain.
I heard that.
He's really good with the jabs and the banter back and forth. But again, a really good guy, great guy. He's really dying the way he lived. He's just decided it was time to go. He wasn't going to carry this on any longer just for the sake of carrying it on. And he's cut off his medical treatment, and apparently he's in his final hours. And I'm saying this in a relaxed way only
I didn't know
because
that.
I know him well, and I know that's the way he would want us to be. But actually, it's really heartbreaking because he's, again, one of the toughest, strongest people I've ever met.
Because I hear there's a lot of people, even his daughter,
Megan.
sympathies. And
He has a few
sending-
daughters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but Megan's on.
Yeah.
Sending
Yeah.
their passions and thoughts and prayers, etc. How'd you hear about it? Like we all did? Over notification?
I've not seen John in a while. I basically keep in contact with him through Lindsey Graham, who's probably his closest friend in the Senate.
Okay.
No, but I just got a notice from my office this morning. I got a text telling me that his family had announced that he was stopping medical treatment. I know his wife Cindy very well. We did a lot of campaigning together during the 2000 primaries, and then again in 2008 when he ran for president. So he's he's different from the rest of us in that whether again disagree, it doesn't really matter. Anyone who knows John McCain really admires and appreciates him for the type of guy he is.
No.
He's a strong voice for sure in the Republican Party right now, especially with what we have going on, I feel like.
He will be sorely missed, that is for sure.
Yeah.
The voice of reason he's been.
Yeah.
He's such a. I don't. He's Republican, but I'll never forget how he defended Obama. Did you guys ever see that?
Yeah.
Oh, you never saw it? You saw it, right?
Yeah.
When some woman, she said to him, she was like, "Oh, I read all about Obama, and he's an Arab, and saying all these," and he's like, "No, he's a decent and family man."
I remember that at a town hall. I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
McCain showed character throughout this whole ordeal.
Integrity and everything. Yeah, he's a great.
Also, one thing is interesting. John McCain is a real boxing fan, and so am I.
Oh, okay.
And one cause he had was getting a posthumous pardon for Jack Johnson, who was the first African-American heavyweight champion. and was basically run out of boxing on phony charges because he was a black guy and he had beaten a white guy. The racists in the country really stirred up action against him, and he ended up being indicted and charged with statutory rape, which was a totally phony charge. It was so he actually left the country for a number of years. He didn't fight again, and when he did come back, he did some time in jail. But it was agreed by everyone that it was a totally phony rap. And so John and I introduced resolutions to have him, receive a pardon. We would hope that President Obama would have done it, having the first African American president give a pardon to the first African American heavyweight boxing champion, which at that time was the most powerful sports position in the world. I mean, boxing is a little different today, but then that the heavyweight champion of the world was the top athlete in the world, or acknowledged to be.
Yeah.
But actually, he didn't, and ironically enough, it was President Trump who actually issued the pardon for Johnson. But I remember how he really focused. Donald Trump was on this. He thought it was just a terrible injustice, and he had just come off the election having lost to President Obama, and he just thought it would be a great way, not the most important way, but a pretty significant way of uniting the country, of having the white opponent of the first African American president sponsor the legislation to pardon the first African American boxing champion. But in any event,
it's been historic, but it still goes down
later on. But again, that's just an example of him getting focused on something which he thought was right. There was no real political mileage in it for him at all, one way or the other.
Right. And where'd you guys do that? D.C. or New York mainly, or were you in?
Oh, we did it in D.C. We would have different fighters come down, but we had news conferences with them. Both of us did some television on it, and we introduced it, I guess, about 6 years in a row. 3 or 4 Congresses in a row, which was like 6 or 8 years before it was finally done. But again, I guess the point I'm trying to make with that is that there was no great public clamor for this. This wasn't going to get John McCain a lot of votes, but he just was so infuriated by what was done to Jack Johnson, and he didn't want that stain on the American record. He wanted that stain obliterated the best way possible, and he thought the best way possible was to have a presidential pardon.
Have you spoke to the president?
President Trump? I spoke to President Obama. He didn't do it. I can maybe understand why President Obama didn't do it. He maybe thought it would look too much like an African American taking care of another African American, and it would be looked upon strictly as a racial matter. I thought the fact that John McCain was the guy behind it would have taken that away, but I understand why President Obama didn't do it. Apparently President Trump did it. The main reason he did it was it was a big issue with Sylvester Stallone, and that's how it got done. But
so what's next for you?
Next for me, I'm running for re-election. I think it's going to go well, but I don't take anything for granted. To me, every race has to be treated seriously, and I'm out there. And I also had a big kick the other day. I took 4 days or 4 hours off from working, and I was able to get on the set of Blue Bloods.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's fun.
Blue Buds, wow.
Yeah, I was on there for about 2 hours, 3 hours watching the family dinner scene.
Where was it
Which
shot?
was great, and I got to meet Tom Selleck and
Len
Donnie
Carrier.
Wahlberg, and really all of them. It was a great time. Really good guys, by the way. I thought they'd figured, some politician coming down, just going to be annoying them on the set, but they couldn't have been more gracious and more friendly. In fact, after every shooting, Tom Selleck would come out and explain to us what they were doing and why they were redoing it or what they were trying to do next. And the same with Donnie Wahlberg. He was again very, very, very tolerant of having some guy like me hanging around there.
Well, you're a nice guy.
A great guy. He's a terrific guy. But, both of them were, and very decent to me and my wife, and it was great.
Keep the film industry in New York. We could use some.
Oh, yeah.
Keep the film
Very
industry.
important. Very
The Big
important.
Apple. All right,
My
we're
father
gonna.
was the cop for 30 years, so
Oh, he was?
put it at home. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, what's up for the weekend? Because I know we're gonna keep it moving. What you doing for the weekend? Last few summers.
I'm getting, making some campaign stops along the way. I was getting used to my grandson. He's away in school. He's decided to go away to school, so I'm going to miss him. I used to play baseball with him whenever I had some free time. Mm-hmm. But I'll be doing some campaigning. I do sparring every Sunday morning. I go to the gym. I have a boxing trainer.
That boxing thing comes back again.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I'm not saying I'm any good, but I've been doing it now for 12 years with him, and I've had a few exhibitions we put on. But it's it's a great workout. It gets rid of your stress and strain, and you know you're not going to get hit back too hard. And but it's very exhausting, but exhausting in a good way. Don't ask me why holding 16-ounce gloves for a few minutes is so tiring, but it is. There's something about it, and it's a good tiring. You know, when it's over, you really feel good. So, and also you get rid of a lot of anxiety. You sort of put your enemy's face on the
back.
Congressman, I have a quick question for you. In the state of the country right now, and being a New Yorker like yourself, what has it been like being a representative of not necessarily the People's Party of necessarily New York at this point, and how does that relate to you supporting the president, and do you support the president, and the like thereof? Did we lose the congressman?
Congressman King?
He did not like that question, is what he didn't like. Tonya, are you still there? I'll ask you the question.
I was like, hey.
Did he say goodbye?
Did he say goodbye?
No.
Did he good night us? It's hot.
Congressman, did you lean on the mute button? Because my mother does that. Tonya, how about you?
So I was like, hey.
Tanya's still. No, we lost Tonya also.
Okay.
Moving right along, Millie Almodovar at Beauty Logic Blog.
That was a great question,
That
though,
was
Josh.
good,
That was a great
though.
question.
You know what? It went to waste.
That was a great question.
No, screw all
man.
of you. Screw all of you guys. Forget
I
it.
guess we all start boxing now.
Yeah,
I want to get in the
Verizon boxing.
ring.
I don't know what
the ring. I do.
That's insane, though. They both went down.
What do you think the answer was going to be?
I think I don't know. I think it's really challenging to have a Republican. I mean, he's
In New York,
In
yeah.
New York, first of all, that's a rare thing, and hopefully the congressman calls back. But
I hope so.
I
might
would
not
love
with
to
that
know what. Oh, I should run a debate on Channel 1. No, I think it's probably pretty challenging being a Republican representative in our state, at least in the city area, because it is very liberal, but it's also hard to have a president like this who so many disagree with, especially in this state, which is so blue already.
Well, he strikes me as the kind of guy, though, that's very affable and that would reach across the aisle. I mean,
Yes.
just in that conversation that we just had with him, and whenever I've seen him interviewed on television before tonight,
Right.
he just seems really friendly and reasonable.
Yes.
So I think that's what it takes.
Yeah.
Just being willing to listen to the other person's viewpoint
Right.
and really hear it and consider it.
Well, I think it's all about being bipartisan at this point, and like we are in such a state where there's so many people that it's either you are left or right, and that is it, and there's no
In between.
middle ground of. And I hate to go back to this, but McCain, who has really become this leader in the Republican Party that
Right.
was all about universal health care.
Yes.
And now, it was just so sad because he has been such a great leader, especially at this time, and a
We
voice.
really need him
a
now.
voice within the Republican Party of we do need health care, and this is important. And going up against so many Republicans is probably not an easy task.
You sure you don't want to be a millennial?
Don't make me leave.
amazing.
Don't make me leave this room, Jay.
You sure?
Don't make me leave this room.
I was gonna have a car for you. Remember we had?
I'm not saying that because he's one of my besties.
He's great. He's
Millie better talk
fantastic.
closer to the
Oh
mic.
man, we got 38 minutes. Just plug yourself one more time. I'm trying to get the
30.
congressman
You mean
back.
30? You mean 30
38
seconds?
Yes, 32 now.
We need the congressman back.
I'm trying to get them people back. So plug yourself.
Josh McBride, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Joshy McBee. Joshy McBee, JOSHYMCB.
But that's for Twitter.
And Instagram.
Oh, you have
Joshy
them
McBee on both.
both? Oh.
All
Yeah.
right, you got 15 seconds. Go.
Millie.
Oh, okay. Millie Almodovar,
What's
Beauty
up?
Logic blog on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat.
Catch her on season 10 of Wendy Williams come
It'll be on-
September.
Oh yeah,
hopefully.
fantastic! Congratulations. You got 4 seconds.
Debra
3.
Whitfield at Deb Director on Twitter and Insta.
We'll be right back in 2 minutes. All right.
I was an island, waiting for someone like you to come discover me. Oh yeah, and it's surprising that I'd even let a guy like you get close to me. Oh yeah, but you showed something more that I ain't seen before. And no, I can't ignore your license to the shore, and I knew it. From the moment that I see you look away. Oh, let me tell you now, you're the best thing that I ever seen. There's so many ways I can tell the world this is what I mean. If your love was the ocean, I swear that I would swim right into you. You know that I would be floating, spilling all my feelings. I can't hold it in, 'cause if it's love, I'm going off the deep end. Whoa. 'Cause if it's love, I'm going off the deep end. Spilling all my feelings, telling all my secrets. Baby, you're the reason. No other can make me feel the way you do is evident. You take me under, wrap me in the current of your happiness. Oh yeah, but you show something more than I ain't seen before. And no, I can't ignore you like sand to the shore. And I knew it from the moment that I seen you look my way. Let me tell you now, you're the best thing that I ever seen. There's so many ways I can tell the world this is what I mean. If your love was the ocean, I swear that I would swim right into you. You know that I would be floating, spilling all my feelings. I can't hold it in, 'cause if it's love, I'm going off the deep end. Whoa. 'Cause if it's love, I'm going off the deep end. Spilling all my feelings, telling all my secrets. Baby, you're the reason. Wave after wave, wave after wave. I can't get enough. If your love was the ocean, I swear that I would swim right into you. You know that I would be floating, spilling all my feelings. I can't hold it in, 'cause if it's love, I'm going off the deep end. If it's love, I'm going off the deep end. Spilling all my feelings, telling all my secrets. Baby, you're the reason.
Ready, Deb? Are you ready,
Yeah,
Melanie? Is everyone
we're
ready?
Ready. Locked
Ready.
and
Are we
loaded.
hot? We're officially hot. We're back. How you doing? That was kind of fun. Little moment with King.
Yeah, it was great talking
Josh
to
had
the
a great question
congressman.
for him.
Yeah,
Back
he
a
in-
dope
didn't
question.
Like that. He didn't
Yeah.
like
Tanya split. Tanya was, bringing
that.
jokes.
I hope
Tanya-
she's coming back.
Tanya was great.
Tanya's my favorite.
She'll be back. All right. So we were talking about the VMAs. Then we were talking about McCain.
Yeah.
Trying to pull up the email myself. Oh, Miss America bullying. Well, first of all, what did you think?
Well,
Let me just try to elongate this for 30 seconds so I can think.
you mean about Miss America?
Well, about King, because we kind of bummed out. He dropped us in the middle of the sentence.
Yeah, is he gonna? Are we expecting his call?
We're
back or something?
trying.
Okay, we are trying.
I don't think it was on purpose.
Because I think they both went down. So I don't.
Yeah, I don't
Tanya.
think so. I
Tanya
think
was
it was technical difficulties because he was having a great time with us. I don't think he would have just, dropped out.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll try to get.
Hopefully
him
he'll
back.
call back.
Yeah.
Well, your question was very respectful.
I thought so.
Yeah.
but
It was.
Yeah.
Thank
It
you
was.
guys.
No, it was
you.
it was a good question.
Good thing I get paid for this usually.
Yeah.
Aren't we getting
Are you
paid
in the
tonight?
union?
Yeah, you're SAG, right?
We are not talking about my statuses.
Josh is.
Tanya's
Tanya's
back.
back.
Tanya.
Tanya. But what
Oh
about
my God, I'm back.
Tanya, what the hell?
Tanya? What happened,
Tanya.
Tanya?
I don't know. It just stopped.
You and the congressman just decided to dip while we all waited.
I say the congressman was saved by that dip because
Yep.
He didn't have to answer.
he didn't have
Yep. Similar to our president.
He needed to go get his boxing on. That's what it was.
He didn't eat it. I don't
Why?
know.
Who? What?
What, Tanya?
I said he needed to go get his boxing on. That's why.
Oh.
He's coming after you, Josh,
yeah.
without question.
Damn
Yeah.
it, and now he knows my social media handles.
He's gonna find you.
I know. We didn't even get his.
I know.
He was like, yeah, what's your social media?
Probably
Yep.
gonna be his name. He's
Yeah.
gonna be congressman. He's
We'll
not gonna
find
have
out.
like Joshy
We're,
Bigby.
we're trying for him though. He might call back, hopefully, right?
Yeah. I just emailed his person.
Okay.
And they're
All right.
pretty receptive. So
He was cool.
Yeah. It was
He
He
was
seemed
cool.
great.
Tanya, my thing for him, and I'm going to direct this at you, Tanya, because you're not here, is I know you're in New York as well,
She's in Florida.
Yeah.
At
She's
his
in-
dad's house.
she's-
But
I'm
she
in
lives
Florida
the
right
Big
now.
right? But you're based in New York.
Apple. Correct.
Yes.
So we kind of, when we were on break here, we were talking about how it must be interesting to be a Republican elected official here in New York, in one of the most blue states that there is, especially in the city, and what he goes up against with not only being a Republican but maybe supporting or not supporting the president.
Yeah, I wanted him to answer that question. Did he
Thank
answer
you,
the question?
Tanya.
No, that's when
We all
he,
did. It was
he
a
dropped
great
out.
job.
We were waiting for that. We were waiting for that.
MIA.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure how to even answer that myself because most of New York is Democrat, right?
That's
We're
right.
live.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I gotta kill the audio.
Yeah. Is there people comment on this?
Yeah, I'm trying to get more people to call in. Tanya,
gotcha.
do the shout out and tell people to call in.
Everybody, call in. No, I'll put it on there.
Tanya, you're just so helpful.
929.
929-227-4646. Everybody call in.
Slow.
Yeah, talk to us.
Slow.
We want to hear from
Wait,
you.
should we go on Facebook Live or Instagram
Yeah.
Live too, and maybe the people will call in?
Go on
Maybe.
Instagram Live too.
Oh, yeah, I
Maybe
love
not.
that.
I'm nervous. That makes me nervous.
Yeah.
It does?
But
Yeah.
you all were talking about the Miss America bullying. What's going on with that? Yeah.
Yeah. Can we talk about the initial story before we get into opinions?
Yes, definitely. Go ahead.
Well, I
Well-
think Jay should start this.
Well,
to be honest.
I'll open it up. Yeah. Miss America, I think she's from Denver, resigned because she's saying Gretchen Carlson, which is kind of ironic to me, who's the leader of the Miss America, she's accusing her of bullying her
Yep.
to the point that she resigned and gave away her crown. Or her stature. So I'm like, what?
She resigned, or she?
What is
is-
happening?
No, she resigned. She resigned
Oh,
today.
I didn't.
Exactly.
I
So
didn't
I'm
know she
like,
resigned.
what's happening is like even with Asia Argento, it seems like, I don't know, are the women now becoming kind of like, what's up? Like bullying?
The Asian thing was interesting to me because she had, she was this, she was like the number one accuser of Harvey Weinstein, and then for that to happen, that was really
Now she.
that was. I mean,
Ironic, right?
she's denying a lot of it though. So I don't know.
Well,
Well-
just like everybody else is denying it, she was up there in power too, and the first person
Did you get
to
your feet tickled?
come
What's
out
happening?
with Harvey Weinstein, and now she's caught in the middle of all this mess. So is the script flipping now? Like,
Well, that's the
are women-
question.
Right.
Women flipping the script.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
the thing is, we want equality, don't we? So equality in all things. What's good for the gander is good for the goose. So, but she is denying it. She said that he attacked her, but it doesn't matter. I mean, maybe it was statutory rape because he was 17. I mean, he was underage.
Right.
So,
Oh,
She was
definitely,
37, right.
definitely.
Yeah.
So we're going to see where that goes from there.
Yeah.
Well, they're using the term prosecution now and jail, so
Oh, for her, really?
yeah.
I thought the statute of limitations was up for
Yeah,
that.
me
I
too.
didn't hear that.
I read that
prosecution
also,
crime
yeah.
charge.
No, I think it's
Yeah.
up. I think because he's like 24 or something. I think it's a 5-year statute of limitations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, is he 24 or 22? I think he's
Or
like,
20.
I'm not sure. Of the
Well, that would
age,
be
but
5
he's
years
in his
'cause he was
20s, and this
17
happened like
and-
4
Yeah.
years ago.
So I think it's 22.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's already got paid, didn't he?
Yes.
He was paid out already.
Anthony Bourdain.
Right.
Anthony Bourdain paid him.
Supposedly
Right.
paid
The
him.
late
Which-
Anthony Bourdain.
Which,
Yeah.
which is horrible
Yes.
now. The late Anthony Bourdain has get pulled into this.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good point.
You know, I was like,
Yeah.
really?
I mean, he's not paying him now.
no.
No, he paid him already.
Josh.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm just
Too
saying.
soon.
It's not too soon. He can't pay him now. He's not around to pay him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
But he did pay him apparently.
Yes.
so.
Yes, he
Yeah.
did. He did.
But just getting back to Miss America for a second, I mean, bullying, anywhere is not acceptable, whether it's young girls or young boys or older people. I mean, I think a lot of young women actually are the biggest bullies.
Yeah.
Teenage girls, well, Mean Girls,
Yeah.
the
Right.
movie
Mean
and
Girls, definitely.
and
Yeah.
now there's the musical on Broadway. It's about bullying, and so she felt she was being bullied. It is ironic, another woman, but she did do one good thing, Gretchen Carlson. Apparently, she got rid of the swimsuit competition.
Yes,
Right.
she did.
Yep.
Which
Is that a good thing?
In my opinion, it is because for so many years these pageants were about how the women looked.
Look,
their
it was
beauty.
all about look.
And there's nothing wrong with being a beautiful woman, but you also want to be intelligent and kind and
Yep.
and
Yep.
I think I'm all for eliminating it. Just
But then
focus
why
on
wasn't
education.
then why wasn't the ball gown also eliminated? And that's just enough for grabs.
Well, maybe it's baby steps.
Well,
Right.
that's the thing.
But
the
like, don't we
same-
kind of lose the essence of what it is then, right? So like, if
That's what I agree.
Well, maybe
we're-
we
we're-
don't need it.
what
I'm
it
with
is
you.
gonna be
I'm with you
ruined.
there. I don't think we need something like this. I think there's other ways that we can celebrate women that don't necessarily have to be parading them on stage with their best makeup and their best.
What
going
about the
out look.
smartest woman?
That's great, but like, let's have more shows like Jeopardy then, or let's have more shows that are empowering women specifically for that type of thing. But this, the Miss America, I mean, all these pageants
Seems
are just
outdated, right?
A little bit,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what it feels like. It's starting to feel that way.
Objectifying women, which we're trying to get away from.
Well,
Correct.
that's what we're trying to talk about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We don't want to put
I don't
you
know. I
on
like
blast.
the parading of the bathing suits and the nightgowns and everything like that.
And
I like the
Nightgowns?
I like the I like the
That's
ball-
just what it
ballroom
makes
gowns.
up. That's
I
what it
don't-
makes up.
we don't
That,
need
that's,
bathing
it is what it is.
Yeah,
That's
but what,
it
but
is.
so
I
what
like
is
the
it?
glamour
If
of
you
it.
want,
I like the glamour of the ball suit, the ball gowns. I don't.
you know what? Then you go to the mall and you look in the windows of the mall while you're shopping. That's what you do.
Try
I don't
them
like the
yourself, huh?
bikinis.
Is that what you're saying?
I say the ballroom gowns though are beautiful and I like them.
Have you seen the show? I'm not going to remember the name. Oh, is it Proposal? Have you seen the show, The Proposal?
Who's in it? I think.
Well, it's a.
HBO or Showtime.
I don't know what. I only saw it once. I was channel surfing and I came upon it, and it really flipped it because it was a woman was sequestered behind a screen, and all these men came out and were parading in bathing suits.
Oh, wow.
It was wild.
Wow.
And then she would say, "You go, you stay. You go, you stay," and it sort of felt good and creepy at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, have you seen The Bachelor or The Bachelorette?
No, I
I do not watch those.
I don't
No.
watch those
I'm
shows
sorry.
either.
Well, you will see bathing suits, and you will see
Men in the bathing suits.
women in bathing
Yeah.
suits. women in
Really
bathing
quick,
suits.
someone made a
Men
really good
and
point.
women.
Isn't Chuck? Isn't Mr. Universe or muscle competitions just a beauty pageant also?
Good point.
Touche.
Thank you, Chuck, for that.
Well,
Chuck.
except they've
Thanks,
got
Chuck.
skills. They've been working on their muscles, right? They didn't just put on.
But it's
a
the
pair of trunks.
showcase, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Showcase, and so the women are working on the. I mean, you see it on Instagram.
Right.
You see it all the time. 42
Right.
seconds. I know. Wow, we're flying. But I'm just saying, you see it all the time.
I think we objectify women too much in that type of sense, and I think there's a better way to cultivate great women on a stage, on a national platform, that doesn't necessarily have to be based around their looks.
I agree with you.
Well,
Oh,
we
I agree with that
1,000%
too.
agree
Yeah,
with
that I agree with.
I mean, Tonya, that's why we started, right?
And
That's what we
Congressman,
do.
never mind.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
He's not here.
But
Trailblazers.
especially now when
Trailblazers.
there's so much emphasis placed on youth and all the plastic surgery that's in our
Oh my
society
God,
now,
yes.
the fillers, the
fillers,
Botox,
everything. Yeah. It's everything.
Women aren't appreciated in this country as they are in Europe.
Do you think we got to come take a break? But don't you think sometimes women are doing it to themselves because of their own? How would you look at Kim Kardashian?
Right, but
County?
Justina just made a very
Inferiority
good point
complex.
also. There is a talent portion of the show as well.
I agree with that.
And I love that part.
Yeah.
That's the best
That's
part.
different.
That and the questions are the best part
that's
for me.
different? Yeah.
Yeah.
World
So,
peace.
Yes.
Yeah. It's hard to stick with the Miss America pageant for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're on
I think
break.
we're supposed to be on break.
Kind of, sort of.
Yep.
Gonna get.
Sometimes I try to go live through the break, just like any other broadcast.
Especially if the energy's high. Y'all leaving me? Is there?
Oh, oh, yeah. Knees scrape, palms too. Every inch of me is covered in a bruise. Hurts like hell. Eyes black, blood blue. I could let go now, but I can't and I don't want to. I won't lie, it's a battle of the mind. Almost looked for an escape from this agony I'm feeling inside. Feel so damaged that I might break. I realize this is my life. I can't quit or won't hesitate. Snatched the thorn right out my side. Fell down 7 times, stood up 8. 'Cause if I stay down, Brass knuckles on, cause it's about to be a fight. Hold my purse, don't be.
You know, I was supposed to have a cosmetic surgeon on today.
Oh, and what?
The
happened?
youngest one. She canceled. Jordan Hainsley. She's coming back next week, and she sings.
Oh, awesome.
So we're going to have her sing a little respect. A little
Aw,
Aretha.
for Miss Frank.
For Miss Rita.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's another major loss.
That's a huge loss.
Yep.
Yep, we're hot.
Just making sure.
I know. We're back
Yeah.
on. Hi. We can. 5:46 left.
Sweating to the old
Oh my goodness. I know. Do we have to shout out the music? A lot of times we have to thank the music.
Tonya, where you at?
Oh, I'm here. I'm sorry.
Hey, Tonya.
I'm over here looking at
Hey,
this
Tonya.
beautiful water.
Where in Florida are you, Tonya?
I am originally from Jacksonville, Florida.
Is that where you are
I'm a
now?
militant.
And where are you
Yes,
now?
exactly where I'm at.
Oh,
I'm in
okay.
Jacksonville at the landing, and this is the spot where we're at the St. John's River, where they have all the bands, live bands. There's a live band
Chuck's watching.
and drinks. Huh?
Yeah, he does.
Are you drinking, Tonya?
Key question.
Yeah.
Key question.
You know
Tanya,
what,
we never gave Tanya's bio, just to give Tanya a little quick 5 seconds of fame here. Tanya never told us
Yeah,
what she does
Tanya,
or who
what's
she
your
is.
story?
Some of the hosts of this show don't know what they're doing.
What's your
yes.
story?
You know,
What's
I'm
up,
used to having
Tonya?
Tanya
What's
here.
up?
Oh, okay.
What's Tanya's story?
Tanya's a CBS exec. She and I met each other when she was working with Geraldo and I was, and then she went and left me and went and worked for Queen Latifah.
Yep.
She's now in
Did.
524, the broadcast center. We chat and talk. But tell them about you, Tanya.
I
Yeah.
love
Yes.
this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Florida.
And
I'm
Millie's
a
address.
stalker.
And Millie's address is one.
And Tanya came
So-
up with the idea. She pitched
For this?
for the broadcast. She pitched me about 8
Way
months
to
ago,
go.
and I was like, we were thinking about looking for a studio, but we couldn't find one. And I was thinking the Wall Street was going to be too far because I was so far uptown. But we pulled the plug. We pulled the trigger.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
pull the
don't
plug.
pull
Don't pull the plug.
No, we're not going to pull the plug. The plug is popping.
Wait, so Tanya, what do you do in your own words?
I am a producer, writer, editor, all that stuff for CBS News Pass.
Wow.
Are you in the building? Josh?
Yes. Yeah.
You're in the okay. And where exactly do you work in the building?
She's saying, are you in the
No.
Tiffany building?
No, I was just curious to see where you work, Tanya. I wanted to hear the
Oh.
story.
Yeah, I've been in the TV game for a long time. I work at News Pass right now. I've been there for almost 20 years. It'll be 20 years in 2 years. I can't believe it. I'm saying that. 20 years.
Wow.
At CBS.
Tanya's having a
Broadcast
birthday.
center.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
20 years at TV. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So
I
Tanya,
can't
you're like
believe it
30 years
myself.
old then, right?
I could do the job with my eyes closed. That's how bad it is. That's
Got you.
But yeah, so I've been in the game for a long time. I started out in news, and then I left Atlanta and moved to New York with Jay. Worked with him for a little bit, and then he left me. I don't know what he's talking about.
She didn't move to New York with me. No one left anybody. But
I'm
we
like,
went-
oh,
LA.
Yeah.
He left.
But,
yeah, that's me. And then we're doing the show now. So thanks for everybody being on the show. I appreciate it.
Oh, we're having a
here
great
in
time.
Florida.
Yeah.
What, Tanya? Oh, did we lose her
did we
again?
lose her? I think that's why you never want people to call
Right.
Yeah.
or Skype.
Yep.
You want them in the building
Yeah.
at the table.
Yeah.
You can keep
You
losing
know,
them.
because you have the energy.
Is the congressman back?
He ain't coming back.
The congressman.
He
I
knows what's
think
waiting.
he's boxing.
Yes.
He's ghost.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
hope he's listening. Hey, congressman, shout out.
Yeah.
You know. Well, Tanya's birthday's coming up too. She's gonna have a big party out in somewhere the Caribbean.
Wow.
Are you going?
Yeah, I'm not going.
Were you invited?
I was invited.
Okay. You should go.
I might.
go to the Caribbean.
I might. I was thinking about it. Like when it came up, I was like, I'm not going.
Why wouldn't you go?
Key question.
Yeah, but I probably changed my mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Caribbean? Hello.
Yeah, I think it's where's her birthday?
Tanya's back. Tanya.
Yes,
Tanya, when's
I'm
your
back.
birthday?
Where is the
I
party?
don't know what happened.
Tanya, when is the party and when is your birthday?
My birthday is April 16th, but
Ape-
the party is in St. Lucia in March.
St.
You coming?
Lucia.
Okay.
March what?
March 12th to the 18th.
March 25th.
McBride, no. Wait a
What?
minute.
Tonya, your birthday ain't for another 8 months. Are we really talking about this right now?
Wait, and are you really saying that you're not going?
Right. I don't know if I'm going yet. It's,
I don't know
You
if I'm
are
going. It's
planner.
in 8
No,
months.
it's the 50th. It's big.
I
Tanya's
get
a
it,
planner.
but Tonya, no shade. My birthday's next Thursday at Joshy McBee. No, but my birthday's next Thursday, Tonya. Just letting you know.
Oh my God. Who's it? Is this Josh speaking
Yes.
to me?
Yep.
Okay, well, happy birthday.
Thank you. Are
And
you an
gonna come back
Aries?
to- Huh?
You're an Aries.
Yeah.
I am an Aries.
Got you.
All the way.
Okay.
Love it. Love it. Love it. But y'all have to come to the birthday party. You know why?
Sounds
Where in the
good.
Caribbean is it?
St. Lucia.
Listen,
Oh, I want to go.
Listen.
I was just looking
y'all
at a
have to-
resort today
you
at
have to
St.
come
Lucia.
because I'm turning
so
50.
funny.
That's why.
Oh, that's it, girl. We got
Congratulations.
I'm a big girl.
Yeah, we're Millie and I are in, Tonya. So
Huh?
we're in. Millie and I are in.
Okay, good. I'm going to send everybody an invitation.
Thank you.
Oh, that's great.
So,
She's
how
been
much
pitching it
time
every
we have?
show.
I'm about to walk
love
back
it.
over here by this band. I hope it ain't too loud.
We got 40 seconds to everybody to pitch themselves and keep.
Oh
it
my
relevant.
God,
That was funny.
it went that
Like,
fast?
don't even
It's
talk about
very
your
fast.
birthday. It's not till April.
Right.
And you say you're not even.
Tonya.
Your birthday's
don't
like
hate,
the next
appreciate.
week.
Yeah, Tonya
Don't
talking about her
appreciate.
birthday soon. Tanya's birthday's in April. We still in August. I was like, no, she doesn't mean she means August. I'm like, but we passed the 16th.
Look, I needed some beauty tips, Molly.
Oh, everybody wants beauty tips. That charges. Everyone, they're talking charge now. This one
Right.
says he
That means you
counts
got to
his-
come back, Molly. Everybody
Okay,
else
Millie.
come back.
Millie.
I'm so used to Molly. I'm so used to people calling me
Seriously?
Molly. I'm like, yeah, I get that a lot. I'm like, I don't think I look like a Molly.
No,
Is it
Molly's
Molly?
like
The
pure.
Did I
last
say your
thing
name wrong?
is. Oops. It's Millie.
Oh, that's it?
Is that the
Millie,
whistle?
Millie, I'm so sorry. Millie. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
So we.
It's the drinks, it's not me.
Is that it?
Woo!
Is that it?
That's a wrap. Oh man.
Oh, keep
Were we
going.
still hot?
Should we
No.
pitch?
All
Should we
right, well,
pitch?
everybody
Yeah.
have a
Pitch
great
yourself?
night, great weekend, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Lovely
Tonya.
chatting with you,
Thank
Tonya.
Goodbye.
So anyway, that's the show for tonight. That was quick.
That was
was
fun.
quick.
That was
fun.
So much
So how
fun.
can people reach you?
Beauty Logic blog.
At Joshy McBee, JOSHYMCB.
DebraWhitfield.net.
It was terrific. Look for my emails. I'll call you back again. I hope you can make it. Bye.
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 Welcome to Shit Peoples Are Talking About with your host, T. Durham, Jay Jones, and DJ J.U. Ice.